And good morning. It is 23 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico, Amy McVay-Tellez back with us, and then also from Vitalant, Stephanie Seabrease back with us. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing?
We're good.
It's been a while since I've talked to you, Stephanie. I know you've been busy. I know the blood drives have been stacking up and getting. I think I get the lists and we talk every month, and that list keeps getting bigger and bigger. It seems like every month as more and more blood drives get on there, which is all good things, because we were just talking, with my wife and everything else, and sometimes the easiest and biggest thing you can do is roll up your sleeve and donate a pint of blood, and you're saving lives every single time you roll up that sleeve. That's a guarantee. And to me, that's, it's great. So it's great to see that you're starting to get the bloodmobile firing up the engines and hitting different places and hitting more and more places and things like that. So I'm guessing because of that, you're starting to see a little bit more donations come in and things. When, imagine during that hard part of COVID, there was a huge lull in some of that.
Our donors were so good in Roswell, everywhere in Southeast New Mexico.
Good.
I think we helped hold down the fort across the state, honestly.
So you all picked up the slack where other parts of the state.
Yeah, the donors are amazing.
Nice.
That's all I can say. But we did different things during COVID,
Sure.
too.
You have to get creative, didn't you?
Yeah, and the
entice
community
people to come
stepped
out.
up and gave us big rooms, and it was just amazing. So
Good.
we are bringing in a lot of blood every month. We do 30 blood drives or so.
And every one of them, and to be honest, you could probably do 30 more, and all of it would be used as, you know what I'm saying? There is never enough blood drives to
we're in a critical
meet those
need
needs.
right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So, of course, the Historical Society has partnered with you for better part of a year now, I'm thinking, right?
I think we're going on. I think we'll
now.
go on 2 years.
Okay, 2 years now.
I was just driving over here thinking, and Mike, thank you. I mean, you're on our board. The Historical Society wants to make an intentional effort to give back.
Sure.
I mean, I think that's important. And we're in this for the long haul, so we'll continue this rotation. One thing I will say is for our regular Historical Society givers,
Amy,
they've stepped it up,
Amy
and they went early.
Yeah.
So we're kind of short, Mike. I'm panicked because to my expectation, we should be full. Stephanie should be already worrying about where else they're going to go.
So
and
there's still openings on Tuesday.
There's openings because ours stepped it up and gave early if they needed to and did that.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, so we need to extend our family.
Okay.
Our family needs to be extended.
and this is what I'm not trying to play favorites here. I'm not.
Right.
But every time the Historical Society hosts a blood drive, Amy goes out of her way to try to find freebies and swag and things for every person that donates. So more than likely, you're going to get more out of donating blood when you come to the Historical Society, because literally
the first
Amy's
givers are going to get homemade bread. It's in the freezer and it's there. Come
Here,
on.
have this,
People
have
wait
this.
in line for homemade bread. It's Margaret Lackey's homemade bread.
So if you need a carrot dangled to perhaps donate a little more blood, I'm just saying
there's going to be blessings.
Like the kids at Halloween, she's got the good candy. Is what I'm saying.
That's right. That's right. We're going to step it up.
So please don't get into a sugar coma on Monday, so you can't come out on Tuesday.
Right.
But yes, next Tuesday, November 1st, from noon until 4 p.m., the United Vitalant will have their bloodmobile.
We'll
I
be
still
united.
do it every once in a while.
We'll be united to support Vitalant.
Yeah, nice save. Nice save. But yes, Vitalant and the bloodmobile will be there from noon to 4. And like Amy was saying, we usually have our stable that donates, but they got picked up and donated.
They did.
Since the last blood drive here, so they're not able. They're not in the window where they can donate again. So we've got some openings for between noon and 4 here. We always like to get appointments, but by all means, if you just happen to be out and about, come on by. Sometimes, there's an opening, or we can work you in, but if you can be proactive, and we'll tell you how to book an appointment here in a minute, but if you can be proactive and try to get your appointment done, that way you can come in at the time that you scheduled. And Stephanie can tell you can do a little, if you've never donated before, you can kind of do a little pre-registration online. So when you get to the Historical Society on Tuesday, you're not eating up more time doing paperwork and all that. You can just kind of roll in, roll up your sleeve, eat your cookies and tea, and get all kinds of free swag from Amy.
That's right.
So none of everything's good there. So it's a good deal. But so I know that you can do it the high tech way. We've got like you can go and scan was it UPC codes or whatever
The QR codes.
QR codes.
QR codes.
UPC. That's what you collected on your Wonder Bread thing to get the Star Wars cards. Remember that?
All the same thing.
I'm showing my age big time today. You know the new fangled codes.
Back in them days.
My day we had to lick a stamp. But yeah, you can scan a code and get an appointment. But you can also call the Historical Society.
Absolutely. You could call 622-8333, or even I'll give my cell phone. You could literally text and state I'm a regular giver. Can you set me up an appointment? You can text me at 575-915-4471.
Yeah.
And I'll even go as far as saying if somebody texts me today, 575-915-4471, you're going to get an extra blessing. So there you go.
Extra swag.
Extra
sweet swag.
It's the time of giving, so we'll give extra blessings.
Absolutely.
And we want to encourage anybody, if they've already signed up, to bring your loose change. Every penny counts.
Absolutely.
And we are still
we're collecting.
We're still in the trenches fundraising, and literally every penny counts.
Yeah.
And we'll take
so we can fill the Coca-Cola bottles with the change, and then fill the things with the blood.
The we're gonna fill it up.
I don't know what those bags are called, but the bags.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And now, as far as who can donate and all that, for folks that kind of give just a bit of a background, Stephanie, on, obviously chest, but generally, if the big disqualifiers and the big misnomers, because I know some people say I can't donate because of this. I'm like, oh, that was true 10 years ago, but that's not true now.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that. I'm going to think of a few things. I've run across people that have had cancer and used blood products in the past. They think they can't donate. If they've been cancer-free over a year, they most likely can donate.
Okay.
Diabetes is a big myth. As long as they have that under control, the medication doesn't stop them.
Okay.
And that's the same thing for high blood pressure.
Okay.
A big change that's came into place this last year is the known as the mad cow disease.
Yes.
Yeah, so our military wasn't allowed to donate.
Sure.
That restriction by the FDA has been lifted.
Okay. And that's been in place for years, right? Like 10, 15 years or something?
It was before I started, because I have had to tell so many military people they can donate. Tattoos, that rule changed as well.
Okay.
It never was a lifetime deferral, but it was a year.
Right.
It's no longer a year. So if they get a tattoo in a shop, they can donate.
No prison tats, but professional. No prison tats, but professional
probably
tattoos.
A little bit of a wait.
Yeah.
But if they get it in a shop, it's a no wait time, and if they get it in a house, it's a 3-month wait time.
Okay,
so
very
there's
good.
some big ones right there.
Now, like you mentioned, the diabetes and high blood pressure, as long as they're controlled.
Right.
Does that even mean for diabetes if it's insulin controlled,
Yeah.
or it doesn't matter if it's the pills or insulin, as long as you're controlled?
I had one call the other day, and there are medical questions that come up, and I have to reach out to my collection supervisor.
Gotcha.
And that just got it. I just had somebody ask me that, and so that one's okay.
Cool.
But that
Excellent.
does
Well,
have
that's
to
good
be
to know,
under
because
control.
that frees up the pool, because I imagine that, unfortunately, you look at the numbers, and the percentage of population with diabetes right now is probably 10 times larger than it was 20 years ago, So
I just want to
that probably
encourage
cuts
people
into
to
that.
not assume that they can't, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Come and get involved. And
Absolutely.
you know what I mean?
And that's what you do. Yeah, that's why we want to, because a lot of people have said, oh, I can't do this because I have a tattoo, or I served in so-and-so, and it's like, no, that doesn't count anymore. I mean, there are still some restrictions. There are parts of the world that if you've been in
Malaria
recently,
risk.
they're not going to let you donate right now. But if most of us don't fall under that category, there's maybe some missionaries or something that.
And even that depends on your travel. So, like, if it's a cruise, you're still going to be good.
Sure. It's when you're going to like third world place, like a missionary would, to go to like Africa or someplace.
And it even depends. Different, some parts of Africa are probably okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
And that all depends again.
And they're
too.
welcome to call and ask.
But your trip to the Bahamas with Carnival Cruise or Norwegian Cruise Line, you'll be A-okay. Your Disney cruise to the Caribbean will be just fine.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
But it is happening at the Historical Society. They're on Lee Street. They park the the Bloodmobile right there in that parking lot between the archive facility and the museum there. So come on down. Like you said, we really, really want you to pre-register because that way we make sure
That
we
way
utilize
me and
everybody's
Amy
time.
don't have a heart attack.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. Give us a worry-free weekend.
There you go.
Get signed up today, tomorrow,
Yeah,
please.
come on out.
She's a blood drive beast.
I
love
am.
working
Well,
with
I'm
her.
like, no, we got to fill it
Amy's a beast at
up.
whatever she does.
Yes,
It doesn't
fill it
matter what hat she's wearing. She's doing it 100 miles an hour.
Well, there's
That's what she does,
nothing
so.
in the world like getting a message stating that your blood saved a life.
Yeah.
Or your blood has helped. I mean, when you
That's
get
the good
those
part
messages,
about
and it's
it.
amazing to me how I get that message when, you're having a hard day or whatever, and then that comes through on the phone. I'm telling you, don't assume you can't.
Yeah.
Assume you can and make a difference. I mean, this is serious things here. Her and I talked, we have a lot of hard times at the museum. We're not saving lives, but partnering with Stephanie, we save lives. But we'll promote history and save lives together.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I think that's important.
Absolutely.
But a lot of people instinctively say, "Oh, I can't donate blood." Assume that you can. And if your doctor says you can't, you can't.
Sure.
I
Right.
get that. But assume that you can.
Yeah.
And try to help.
Absolutely.
Just help. Make
And
a
then
difference.
obviously we'd love to get you on that regular schedule where you donate a couple times a year.
Yep.
And for those folks, I remember one time, Stephanie, you brought a lady to us a couple
Yeah.
years ago.
She came a couple of times with me, I think.
Yeah, and at that moment, and I'm sure it's higher now, she had donated like 20 gallons of blood
Oh my
over
goodness.
her time here in town. And
Y'all know her very well.
Yeah.
She
Well,
is just
it's amazing.
Yeah.
To some of our givers, it's fascinating to me. It will show how many. And I mean, when I see triple digits of giving, I'm like, that is
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. This lady
Wow, that
faithfully
is-
every
that's so
couple months or
She
whatever
still
she
does.
left. Good for her.
Oh.
So she's probably up to about 25
See.
gallons about now.
I better check.
She can
for
fill
her.
a gas
She's
tank now I'm
listening
thinking
to
about
us right now. You're amazing, donor. I love you.
Shoot, she could fill a semi-truck gas tank right now with all the
Oh,
donations.
but
she made.
imagine
Think
if so
about
many,
that.
if so
like a
many of us did
A couple $100
that.
worth of gasoline right there that she's donated.
That's so awesome. That's really cool. That's
That
really
is cool. But because of people like her, there's people that are alive today and are able to do that. So please, Stephanie, just to in case people aren't available Tuesday, is there a couple others coming up afterwards or around that time that we can kind of say, all right, you're not available Tuesday, but come see us Thursday or next Tuesday or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the list with me, but
Okay.
they could always call the office.
And I didn't print it
Or
off right now because I'm an
And
idiot.
your website's so good because I know somebody called and they said they couldn't on Tuesday and
Yeah.
they already looked it up and said, "Oh yeah, I'll do
Oh,
it."
yeah.
Well,
Well, we
thank
do
you to
have
those
a-
people for doing that.
We have
Absolutely.
a really big blood drive coming up in December.
Okay.
I mean in November, excuse me.
Okay.
NEMI.
Oh, NMMI. Okay.
We're doing a small college
Well,
I
blood drive
imagine you get a lot of-
Oh,
competition,
that's exciting.
And I imagine
That's fun.
every
That's
just
fun.
about every student that's eligible will probably donating.
yeah,
at
and
the
they
event.
allow the community. I mean,
Good.
Oh,
they've
that's
been supportive
great.
of the
See,
blood
it's
drive.
probably all hands on deck for you guys. Every
Decades.
phlebotomist available probably needs to be on scene
everyone
for that.
that I have will be
Awesome.
there, and
Yeah.
it's we're doing it the second annual small blood drive competition. It's cool.
Cool.
I'm doing a quick blurb.
We love to
That's
brag.
awesome.
We had
That's
two
cool.
colleges last year, and it was Eastern and Vitalant, or three, excuse me.
Okay.
And they are the ones that wanted to get this going.
Oh,
and then
good.
this year we've added two more.
Awesome.
So I'm hoping in November we can even grow it.
That's
and
awesome.
that'll help with the
It
holiday.
could get as big as like Battle of the Badges.
I want
That's
it.
one of the biggest summer events.
Yeah, we
Yes,
have one in
that's exciting.
Texas and a couple more in New Mexico across
That's
the state.
exciting.
Good. And to be honest, just to give folks a little inside baseball, the reason they do some of that stuff during the summer is because that's a down period for donations. Fortunately, our schools are very good resources for blood donations. High schools, things like that. Well, guess what's not happening in the summer months? School.
Right.
So donations drop off. So we have to do things like Battle of the Badges and things to kind of remind people, hey, just because it's summer don't mean that the need for blood does not slow down here.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, yeah, we talk
Roswell
about
High
this.
has one coming up too.
Yay.
And
Good.
they do amazing. I
Yeah.
mean, we love our high schools as
Absolutely.
well.
So please come support. Come Tuesday. Come call Amy
Tuesday.
here or scan the UR code here, which we have on our Facebooks and all that. For the Historical Society and Vitalant, I think.
That's right. And it's on our website at roswellmhistory.org.
Yeah.
And I know we've posted it on Instagram and Facebook
It looks
too.
like like this for.
And it's
folks.
even on. I know the chamber
It's your
announcements
camera.
weekly, so it gives
It
you.
looks like that.
But
for
or
folks
you can. They can always call 622-8333. Text me at 575-915-4471.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
so, anything on the historical side of things that we want to put on
I was
people's
just
radar?
looking. It is the time of giving, and we give back. But at the end of the day, we are still. As of this week, we've had some unfortunate damage done to our exterior with some units. Well, units and. So our capitalized project amount just went up. We want to encourage people, and that's a non-ending. Well, it is, and it's an old home.
We fix one thing, and
it is one thing. So individuals listening, any way you can give through a membership, minimal is $30. If you're hosting an event and need the archive facility, we'd love to have that.
Absolutely.
We will have a booth at the Holiday Magic.
Oh,
that's
good.
coming up, and high five. That's part of that. Talk about history. Holiday Magic has been. Blessing, cheer. My mom
and
helped
speaking
start
of history,
yes.
if you do not leave the Holiday Magic show without a pumpkin roll
or a cookie,
you're not doing it right. You shouldn't even come. You should stay home because the pumpkin roll is amazing.
It's true. That's what it's all.
I don't even like pumpkin.
We have to give a shout out, Deborah Lucas. You have been blessing people for all my life with those the amazingness of pumpkin rolls and cookies. But Holiday Magic is the 18th and 19th. God bless them. They're just part of the history of celebrating holiday church. We'll have booths there. Donna Blake Birchall and Tyler May will be there signing books. If you missed our Spooky Southwest event and need autographed copies of those books, we have them. You can call the museum and get more information. We'll ship books and just whatever we need to do.
Absolutely, yeah. And think about that. Yeah, with the holidays around the corner.
Yeah.
Our website. Every book and painting you purchase does help. Fix things like they keep breaking over at the museum house there.
Oh my goodness! We will
buy an old house. It's a good idea. They said.
Yeah. We will do a PSA soon. We're gonna do a fun drive-through of lights. We'll have more information about that. We're just confirming a couple of things and getting things in order before. Oh goodness! But you know what? We're better together.
Absolutely.
And goodness gracious, is our community good to support? Whether it's blood, whether it's giving, we're blessed to be in a community that really celebrates giving.
Yep.
And we always come together to do good for others.
Absolutely.
And I think, and something else, Mike, we haven't been on the radio to talk about. It's a very, very, very important project. Sergeant Fescus with the Roswell Police Department. It is Preserving Chihuahuita Project. If you need to know more about that project, I am telling you, and it's an amazing, very exciting project.
Is it like a rehab deal? Or
well, yes.
Okay.
And Sergeant Fescus is very passionate to celebrate the history of that area.
Okay.
And that's something, you know what, the archives facility doesn't have a lot of photos and images of that area. So if your family legacy, those amazing family books that you keep in the family and then eventually somebody throws away, don't let that happen.
Well, maybe let's
get those photos scanned in. If you have artifacts, if you need to know more about the Preserving Chihuahuita Project, you can call Sergeant Fescus to the Roswell Police Department or just call the museum at 622-8333.
Okay.
You can get more information about how to get involved, including a cleanup that's going to happen
She's
very
one of the neighborhood watch.
Yes, she sure is.
So if you want to deal with neighborhood watch, Sergeant Fresca, she's the one you talk to.
And that's something else. She has really gotten a lot of groups together for neighborhood watch. So high five to her. She was with Leadership Roswell.
Yeah.
I'm thankful to call her a dear friend. But she's ready. She's ready to clean up Roswell and partner with Clean Up Roswell and get it all going and celebrating history and all these fun things. It's just a great connection to make for us to. But there is a cleanup coming the first weekend in November. So for more information,
it'd be cool if people do donate and find through their scrapbooks and archives, some of the old historical photos of that area, the Chihuahuita area, the life of that area. Maybe if we get enough of that, we can do a special display at the museum during the time. Hey, you hear about the Chihuahuita project?
Let me tell you.
Here's a little bit of
and we need
there.
to. And I know Sergeant Frescus will come on. There's a lot of people working on this project, and including John Mike. But let me give you a little vision of hers. there would be that that certain museum in Chihuahua to celebrate all that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
absolutely.
mean?
Yeah.
And with some neat signage and and then
we can
I
point
think
arrows
that's in
pointing
all. But it's very, very exciting. And like I said, when we started looking at photos, we didn't have a lot of photos. It's amazing to me. A lot of times in our archives, you assume we'll have thousands of this and not as much. You never know.
Sure.
But we are as good as our givers, if you will.
Absolutely.
So we obtain information. So as a matter of fact, we're going to collect some fun maps and different things today about that area.
Okay.
So if individuals want to get more involved, call the museum. We'll link them up with Sergeant
Volunteers,
Frescott.
if you're a history buff and love digging and researching and are looking for a project, we just found one for you. And of course, we'd love to. And of course, if you want to learn more and use that to become maybe a member of the Historical Society.
Become a member.
That's one way that
Scholarships are coming up. We're going to be offering New Mexico Youth Challenge Academy scholarships.
We're
They're
right around the corner
graduating in
for that,
December, and then we'll have over $10,000 in scholarships for high school seniors.
Wow.
If they want to get involved now, there's a wonderful opportunity to volunteer.
Is this
so
all
let's
still
be
just the Hayes Trust, or is this bigger than Hayes now?
It's gotten bigger.
It's gotten
For example,
bigger.
give a
Good,
shout
good.
out to the Character Council and Chaves County Health
Awesome.
Council. They immediately said, we're on board.
Oh, good.
And they're becoming scholarships. So let me be very clear. We will be offering New Mexico Youth Challenge Academy scholarships for the graduating cadets in December. And then in January or February, we will come out with all of our high school scholarships.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it's not... encourage those high school kids to get involved today. And I'm still challenging schools to have history clubs. We bring the swag, we bring the food, we bring the presenters. Let's get these kids excited about history.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So reach out to your high school.
Yes, and have them
teachers and
call
things.
McVay-Tellez at the museum, and we can basically, you know me, in the car will be everything they need to start a history club. We'll
Yeah.
come to you.
There you go.
All you have to do is call.
And she'll show up. Just
And,
like
and
that.
there's
You
an
don't think she
author that
she
will go to present right away. But we just want these kids to get involved and
Absolutely.
have fun. And we can.
Well,
It's a lot of
let's
fun.
face it, we're grooming the next generation of
That's
people to
right.
keep the you
That's
know.
right.
At some point, the people that serve at the Historical Society board and stuff, they're going to get too old to be doing this stuff and too tired of doing this stuff.
It'll be our kids.
And so we need those next generations
Right.
to step
That's right.
up and start understanding and learning and getting involved now. That's a great thing. Like when we do our various events, whether it's one of our drive-through events or a blood drive or any or when the kids arts program do their events out there,
Yes.
any of those. You know, we do have a stable of you know, kids that are, you know, teenage age that are helping and supporting as well, whether it's helping us with 50/50 tickets or
That's
helping
true.
us, you know,
That's right.
load baskets of stuff
Or
to
giving
somebody
tours or
or giving
anything.
tours. We have some great kids that
We do.
are, and they're our future and they're the ones.
are.
So it makes me happy every time I see these 14-year-olds or 15-year-olds
Yes.
and they're out there.
They're getting
you know,
excited.
helping out in any
They're
way,
making
shape, or
us
form.
step it up.
Because
That's what you like
they're
to see.
going to be the board presidents and the mayors and the city
and
business owners.
the next Stephanie.
And the next one telling you, please donate blood. and all that
That's
stuff.
right. That's right. That's right.
Absolutely, and that's what, and this is why everybody does what we do. You know, I'm sure Stephanie and you know, and as the labor of love that is collecting blood and stuff, but all of it's just to, you know, get things ready for the next generation here. And
It's never
saving
too late,
lives.
and I can't thank Stephanie enough. Her and I have known each other for years. I mean, our kids have gone to school together, but I'm so thankful she made the first call to get us involved because it's one of those things. I don't have any answer why we haven't been doing it in the past, but let's not talk about why we haven't.
Yeah,
let's
let's go ahead
get
and do it.
going. And now we won't stop.
Better
as
late
far
than
as
never
I'm, As
sometimes,
far as I'm
yeah.
concerned, with social we're involved. We won't stop. So those
Yeah.
are just legacies that we need to continue.
Absolutely.
future.
So,
Yep.
next Tuesday, November 1st, from noon to 4 p.m., the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico is hosting a blood drive with Vitalant. The Bloodmobile
Yay.
will be there. There are still appointment slots available. You can call Amy McVay-Tellez directly, 575-915-4471. Is that your number?
That's right.
I was
My
like,
cell.
I just started reading numbers.
That's
I was
right.
like, wait a minute, is that your number?
The 447 one's my cell. The office number 622-8333.
That's why I was like, that number.
We'll make the magic happen to make him in as far as times and stuff.
And then,
all I do is call Stephanie. She'll make the magic.
She'll make it.
We'll make it all loaded.
Yeah, she's like, I just.
She's got no problem.
You call that number, I call her, and then we call her. Or you can get on to look for the Historical Society's Facebook page, Vitalant's Facebook page, and look for the post. It's got the QR code for those online here, and that way you just scan that with your phone. Matter of fact, if I do this right, some of you might be able to scan your phone right now.
Man,
And do that. Sorry, I didn't mean to cover your head, Amy.
That's all right. Hey, that's more important. Hey, that's perfect. That's perfect.
But
just like
maybe
that.
if you can, scan that right now. But if not, go to our Facebook, and then you can scan
Instagram
that
and Facebook,
and get your
we've
appointment and all that good stuff there. Stephanie, is there anything that you wanted to mention that we didn't get a chance to talk about, or anything outside of this event that we want to?
No, I always say the same thing when you do this to me at the end is I like to say thank you to the donors.
that's
You
Yeah,
know?
well,
I
another
mean,
reason why.
and going to that young generation, we
Yes.
do need them to step up and donate blood.
Yeah.
Our older
Yes.
generation that donated religiously is
Absolutely.
leaving us.
So all those high school, when you go and try to get out of class in high school to donate blood, keep doing that after high school.
Yeah, it ain't a one-time deal. We do need them to step up and become more regular.
I just got goosebumps thinking about a kid that starts when they're 18.
Yeah.
And if they did that faithfully.
Oh, yeah?
The
Yeah.
impact.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about our
Or
lady
20
with
20 gallons here. They're going to be in that category.
Really
Yeah.
could be amazing. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Amy's amazing. I need to add that too.
Oh, and
I'm going to get my membership in just a minute. and then I'm going to do this and
But
this
you know
and
what
this
I love?
'cause-
I just remembered is I love when they get the cords at graduation for giving blood.
Yeah.
For
yeah.
They do that
It's a
now.
cool little
I
token.
love
3
that.
donations and they
I
get a
love that.
cord.
That's nice.
to wear.
So I
'Cause it's
want to
important
challenge
to
all
honor those.
kids to get that cord.
And it-
Imagine if all the kids got the cord.
And that's an amazing event to
that
do
I would
that.
definitely need more staff and buses.
But I would
But that's
love
an
to
amazing
challenge
event to
get
do
the
that at.
cord. Yeah, and because we're always giving out the scholarships,
Sure.
and that is part of them getting
Well, and it
corded,
raises
and
awareness
that's
because
amazing.
I'm sure parents and things like, why has that one got that cord there? And
That's
it's like,
right.
They donate
and
blood.
they hear the
Oh.
kids have and the parents haven't. So let
Yeah.
the kids be the example and encourage
So
the
imagine
kids.
it does inspire some people,
It
like,
does.
or
It
the
definitely
juniors
does.
saying, I'd like to have that for mine
Yes.
when I
That's
walk.
right,
I'm
for
going to
sure.
donate. Yeah, absolutely.
Love that.
So what a great idea. Love that. I think they should, do it in scouts and stuff too. Oh, you get a
All
merit
of
badge
that.
for it, or you get an extra
We need
ribbon or
to-
something like that.
But
I
we
think
need to
it's
put
great.
that challenge in all of our organizations.
Absolutely.
All of our organizations that Mike and I and everybody's involved with. If we challenge all of us to be blood
Yeah.
donors, that'd be amazing. We need to do that.
Absolutely.
We have to step it up.
But if you can't make it Tuesday because you've already donated or just life is too hectic that day, please you can go to vitalant.org.
Yeah, they can always call me too. So if there's
Okay.
medical questions or things they're not sure about, please feel free to reach
Yes.
out to me.
Yeah. And she can
575-840-8178.
Yeah, and be sure to ask about the link and stuff. It's your first time donating and you want to kind of do the pre-registration and
Called the
answer
fast
all the
track.
questions.
We can take care of all of that.
Yeah.
That's
Any
all.
questions at all. If you're
Absolutely.
not sure, give me a call. If you want to know a blood drive, I can help with that too.
Absolutely. And please understand, you are saving lives. Every time you show up there, spend half hour, 40 minutes, donating blood, eating cookies and tea or juice or whatever, and doing all that stuff. It really does save a life. It's I always say it's probably one of the easiest things you can do to help others that requires the least amount of work on your part. Like the work to benefit ratio is huge in donating blood, because really at the end of the day it's 30 minutes you sitting there relaxing
Right.
while some blood drains out of
Right.
you. Then you go on about your day. And that's just it. You saved a life. Where else can you tell me sitting around
Right.
being comfortable for 45 minutes just save lives? I mean, that's
Right.
in essence what you're doing here. So if you want to help people, but you're like kind of lazy,
Perfect.
donating blood is your jam.
Oh, there you go. There you go. I like it. That's awesome.
Good deal. And then again, of course, if any questions related to Historical Society, if you want to do a little shopping, some Peter Hurd prints or books, RoswellNMHistory.org, becoming a member, want to learn about
We have gift cards,
running the archive facility.
and bring your loose change on Tuesday or anytime.
Yeah.
Collect that loose change. We can even pick it up. You can call the museum at 622-8333.
Yeah.
Collect the loose change. We'll pick it up.
Depends on how much you have. It will decide on which person because if it's just a little bit, then we can send Amy. But if it's like
Sweet Robin, if you're listening, one of our
It's
volunteers, Mike, she was loading it up.
Yeah.
She had picked stuff up, and it was a big
there's a reason why John LeMay works out, so he can pick up those heavy
There you go.
bottles. So,
If we need John LeMay to pick it up, I'm sure he'll be happy
that's right.
to.
He's
There.
sculpting his gun so he can pick up them heavy bottles. So very
That's
good.
right.
Well, thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it, and we'll see you all next time. Okay.
Appreciate
right.
it.
All right. It is 9:52. Let's get you.